The other night Byron was over. We were having a bunch of wine, talking about stuff, and somehow the topic of the free pass list came up. For those of you unfamiliar with this term, the free pass list is a list of 3 people who you can sleep with if you have the chance, no matter what. Well, I mean, obviously they have to be consenting. This isn't just one-sided. This isn't a... that would be weird. But like, let's say you end up getting married one day and then you run into somebody who's on your free pass list and for some reason they want to have... they will be with you. You can be with them and your significant other cannot get mad. I think that's the basis. So Byron, being a Byron, listed the 3 men that would be on his free pass list.
And my number 1 would be Jake. And then it would be Scott Bakula. Even talk about Tom Selleck.
Really? Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck. Yeah.
So Jake Gyllenhaal younger, and then Scott and Tom 2 much older, much older men.
And he's like, well then who's on your free pass list? And I don't have one. I have no idea who would be on mine. And he didn't believe me, and I'm like, no, really, I have no idea. Here's the thing, if you have, you know, magazines like this, they're just, these women are so stupid. Some of this stuff might not be suitable for minors. It's not porn or anything, it's just it's Esquire. I'll just put it up real quick. They're showing pictures of these women, and they have these interviews. These are just the stupidest women. They're talking something about tank tops and, you know, like how tank top work. And Esquire's saying, you know, tank tops on a man don't look that good. And the woman says, no, I believe tank tops look better on a man. And Esquire says, I'd have to disagree. And the woman says, oh, thank you. That's not a response. I don't think these women speak English very well, which I understand. In order to be beautiful, you don't have to speak English very well. But why can't this magazine be filled with beautiful women? Then I'd probably like them. Ah, wait a minute. This actually has something about smart, beautiful women. Denise Richards in The World Is Not Enough? No, that does not count. Tara Reid in Alone in the Dark? She played a scientist, but she... How do you know Tara Reid? Jessica Alba in The Fantastic Four? Then the conversation with Byron continued on, and we started talking about who... Well, he started talking about who his other free pass list would be for women.
1 would be very obviously Beyonce. Have you seen that rack? 2 would be Penelope Cruz, because of the accent. Felicia Rashad.
How old is she now?
She's like 60. But a lawyer.
On the Cosby Show.
On the Cosby Show, but you know, she had that...
She's fictional. Thinking about if I could put somebody fictional on my free pass list, that could make it more interesting. My first thought was Penny from Inspector Gadget, and she was Inspector Gadget's niece. Granted, if she was older, not like some kind of, you know, pedophilia thing, I promise. She was like 10 years older, and she just graduated grad school or something. I mean, clearly she's smart. She always has that electronic book thing with her, and she's devoted to her uncle, and she's always saving him, and that's really nice of her. Yes, she's a cartoon, and at the time she's like 14. I think I've said too much. This is no good. Please help me feel less embarrassed. Share some of your fictional free pass list entries in the comments, please.